And welcome everybody back to Carlisle Indoor Bowls Club for the next session of the Scottish International Open Qualifier, sponsored by Lean to Succeed, brought to you by the Wrong Buys podcast. We've reached the last 32, which was due to start at 1 o'clock, so we're running about 15 minutes late, which is not too bad. Our featured game, somebody that you have seen yesterday on the mat now, is D.Barnett, and he is playing somebody who we had at a Stanley. I was very impressed with Christopher Pillay. I'm just going to call him Chris. In fact, I call him Chris with the big white balls. We have got a player profile for Dan, which Rob Chisholm read out the other day. For the listeners of the podcast, you'll be pleased to know that Daniel plays out of Leonelli. That's right, he plays out of Llanelli. He's a painter and decorator. His present outdoor club is looks like a Parc de Diru. I don't know, let's just say it's somewhere in Llanelli. Balls used is size 3 Tigers. His hobbies are rugby. He supports the Scarlets and Liverpool, although Chiz apparently is still trying to turn to support the Black and Whites. We haven't got a player profile for Chris, so I'm just going to say he plays with white balls and he looks smart as a carrot. So, Mr. Bolt's busy having his Sunday lunch. Hold on, I'll rephrase that. Mr. Bolt is busy having his Sunday lunches. He'll be with us in about 2.5 hours, I think. Well, the lads have had the trial ends and off into it. Chris's first attempt on the live streaming over this weekend. He was in the World Qualifiers yesterday. It's something new to Dan Barnett. He made his PBA debut yesterday, coming in as late replacement. Him and Rod Chisholm travelled up from Wales. We saw him on the show rink yesterday, first man off. Did well, considering we'd been nervous. Yeah, a decent start there. Good reply from Chris. I'll just run through the half 11 results. In the televised game, you'll have seen Kenny Bald beat Rhys Vaughan, John McCutcheon beat Ken Chan on tiebreaker, Michael Lynch got a walkover against Martin McCauley, Martin Gale beat Brian Turner, Hugh Crosby beat Ian Benz, Graham Howard beat Craig Benz, and the weight of the world on the shoulders for Scott Airy, because I tipped him, he got turned over by Scott Weir. Kia Peter Smith, well, it was Scott Weir on us. So well done to all the winners. They move into the last 32, and unless they're on the green marking at the moment, they're back on about 2:30. So down line a couple here. Just push this one a bit. Chris on a decent line.
I have good news and I have excellent news.
Excellent news. What is he having custard custard and apple pie now?
No, you get the delightful experience of me
Ah,
once again.
once again, I'm joined by Gillian Ainsley in the commentary box, who breathed a big sigh of relief for that certain measure.
It was well in.
Well in. So Dan might be laying a couple here. Having a bit of trouble getting markers over today this last weekend. Martin hasn't imposed the you lose your first one, you go back on a mark, has he?
No, and Jason put a very good post on about it. And it should be really, I've always known if it's a big day competition that you do kind of stay on and...
If you lose?
Yeah.
Yeah, well it is part of the rules apparently, isn't it? A great ball there from Chris. In for shot, but I know Jason enforces it, and if the club cannot provide all the markers, which is unfortunate.
Yeah. I mean, it is a little bit of a task because you're asking people to give up their day and...
Well, it is. I mean, I know the Stanley crew, Jason sort of like asks if they do a couple of sessions, and he gives them a session off, gives them the dinners and what have you, and looks after them, gives them another session.
So have we done player profiles?
Yep, we've done,
We've done
Daniel. We haven't got one for Chris. Chris's player profile is he's plays with big white balls and
Vectors.
he's smart as a carrot.
Yeah.
That's all I put on for a player profile for him.
Yeah, I played him in his first game.
Played him yesterday, did you?
Today.
Oh, you did. You played him today. You took the first set off him as well.
I did. I took the first set and took one end of the tie break off him as well.
Sorry.
So this could have been me on here.
Could have been you. That's what when I seen it, I'm going, come on then.
Wow. Hey, if I'd known that.
Mr. One.
Jeez. I could have had half an hour of fame.
You could have.
Oh, and I would have lapped it up as well.
Oh, I know.
That's a great start there.
Dan made his PBA debut yesterday on here. Travelled up from Wales with Rob Chisholm.
And he was a reserve. I don't think he was originally due to play. No, I think he...
No. I think a couple of lads fell out, and Rob and Dan answered the SOS.
That's why it's been so good this year. The entries have doubled, and then they've actually then opened up and had reserve lists, which has obviously been essential because when people do drop out for whatever reason, they've been able to fill the spaces.
Yeah. Now Chris is not at Stanley. He was never shy to play a runner, mind you.
Yeah,
and there we go.
He definitely did that with me in the first set. He pretty much every opportunity he got, he was running at them.
That's what you might call turning the head around.
It's a big turnaround that.
Still got a bit to draw in, so. Needs to run a little bit.
Oh, it's pulled up.
I missed a trick there. Down the pace, yeah, Chris looks good here.
Shot number one this.
Yeah, he's weighed in. Might be lying two with that back ball.
That's good to have that controlled pace after what he's just fired with as well, so he's done well to adjust back to that.
He's a decent line as well. Your pace looks good and all, there you down front.
Just needs to stop.
Get a grab, well played.
Yeah.
It stopped in. Yeah, 1-10, well played.
Oh, I'm looking across on the other rinks. There's some phenomenal games. Have you announced who's on the other rinks?
I haven't, no. Do you want to do it?
Okay, I'll give it a go. I'll put a disclaimer out now in case I say any wrong names.
Alright, it'll be wrong if I'd done it.
Oh, here we go, we're on it.
I won't worry about it.
So, do you just go from top to bottom, yeah?
Yeah, rink 1 at 1 o'clock, and your 1 o'clock. So just work your way down.
Yeah? Just to the 1 o'clock
Just
one.
do the 1 o'clock, yeah.
Yeah. So, on rink 5, we have Joey Strickland against Gary R. Smith. On rink 3, it's Ian McIntosh against John Orr. Rink 4, we have Stuart Irwin against Mark Higgins. On rink 6, we have Stephen Richardson against Thomas Coombe. Rink 7, we have Kevin Cunningham against Chris Ritchie. And I'm not too sure whether rink 8 has gone ahead.
I think his opponent hasn't turned up, has he? I
don't think that's gone
so
ahead.
I think Colin Banks is getting a walk
I
over.
think they're currently giving the time. In fact, actually, the time's lapsed now, so I think he's gotten a walk over there. And then on rink 9, we have Cameron Renton against Lancashire lad Anthony Booth Young.
More betterly known as Anthony Booth Lloyd. Because that's what I
What?
keep calling him. Every time I say to him, Anthony Booth Lloyd, for whatever, there must be something. David just keeps shaking my head saying he's getting it wrong again.
Oh, Chris is no far away here.
Must be in the back. If the lights go out, we'll just stick these batteries on. You know, I've got these little battery charger packs that they're absolutely great. They last about 18 hours, these batteries.
Is that for all your phones?
That's there's the phones and the gimbal. The charge, it'll charge through the gimbal into the phone.
Now then, he's gone a little bit narrower here. He doesn't want to. Oh, he did touch it. I suppose he was just looking at trying to sit his own down, really, and giving it a nudge up.
Yeah. Just keep my eye on.
Yep, Jason just reminding us that the winner of today will face Robert Paxton.
Because she's gone quick again.
Hurry.
You're going to get in the back door. You got the ball off, well played, son.
I don't know if it's two, is it just the one?
Just looking at that angle. Oh, no, Dan's giving him a couple. Well played. I want to say Chris plays in the Midlands somewhere, but I don't know.
I first met him at the European Open at Northfield. He'd had a couple of sherbets, so I don't know if he remembers me then.
Oh,
To be fair, I had a few as well.
Goes without saying, doesn't it? God,
Obviously, my reputation's going against me right now.
shattered. It's in pieces since you've started to come on this live streaming with us. In
Well, do you
pieces.
know, and I keep coming back for
I
more,
know,
so
you
I
keep
must.
going back
Yeah,
for more.
I must love it. Thick-skinned.
Yeah, that's it. Let's start from Christopher, or Chris. He obviously must have been named Crip. Somebody said, weird hearing Crip getting called Chris. Is that his nickname, do you think?
I
Crip?
don't know, because we've got a Chris Ritchie, so we don't know which one.
It's Christopher. It's down as Christopher. So we'll just call him Chris. We'll call him Chris. Oh, well played, son. This is what he did at Stanley on when we streamed it. He was great.
That's it. Some people can up their game when it's the streaming rink, or they can go downhill rapid.
I think he went out on possibly a tiebreaker at Stanley. I thought he was. Apparently, Jason says he's Scottish. So we'll.
He is.
Well, I suppose not far away from the Midlands.
I mean, I know I'm pretty bad at distances, but
Geographically, depends which way you hold the map up.
I think you're looking at a good few hours.
Yeah. 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 Well done, Mr. Marker, lad.
Oh, no far away.
I wasn't going to tell you.
I missed-
Still got for that last place I went to.
Oh, yeah.
I missed that.
He stood in front of the camera.
Oh,
The
right.
marker gave him the old get out there way.
I had it on last night. Jason, I don't know if you saw me in my new outfit last night.
Was that the black number?
Aye.
Yes, yes. Took months off you.
Months? Oh, that's nice. Oh, he's close yet. Oof. I think he's still got the two there.
You were doing that deliberate there, weren't you? You got to do that shift now, aren't you? If I get off the chair, be a miracle. Oh, cracking header, yeah.
Got Mr.
Not
Wilkes
bad.
watching.
He's very
me.
close here, Dan, lad. And you
Oh.
get a grab. Oh, what a
Oh.
great try. What a great try.
Cracking up at that.
He's still 2 down after a great ball. You were saying, sorry?
Yeah, we've got Wayne Wilgris watching.
No, big bad win. Oh. think the question of why the seeds are not asked to qualify, well, you've got a ranking list for a reason.
They've earned their place, haven't they?
Same in snooker, you sort of the top 32 get invited automatically because they've worked away. They've earned the right with their ranking points.
And I think, some people have got to remember as well that these points only stick around for 3 years. They've still got to try and maintain and try and keep hold of their points by winning these events as well. So they've earned their right to be in these sort of competitions the top 16, and the fact that it's been opened right up for anybody to join in this year, I think has been absolute phenomenal. And maybe the top 16 may get a bit nervous because there's a lot of games for people to win in order to earn their place to play against them as well. But as that question, in my opinion, they've earned their right, and that's why they're the top 16 for a reason.
Well, that's right. I mean, Jason's just replied, does Ronnie Sullivan play qualifiers? Does Roger Federer used to play qualifiers? So you've got to have a seed and a ranking list and what have you, if nothing else, just for your sponsorship. I mean, but I think that we've been down that avenue on that subject. So
great effort.
some people accept the explanation, some people don't, some people, it's just, I think that like Gillian just said, that there's never been more opportunities for people to have a crack at qualifying into an event. And I'm led to believe Ronnie O'Sullivan is quite a handy bowler, so there you go.
Oh, you might need to do a little bit of camera moving here.
No, we're all right. Chris has gone down the backhand, we're all right. I think it's just one of them subjects where you're either going to agree or you're not going to agree. It's a bit like Marmite.
Yeah, I was just going to say,
right?
yeah, it's a Marmite conversation, isn't it?
I mean, there was complaints at what's the point of having a ranking list because you didn't have tournaments. Well, now you're getting the tournaments, so I don't know.
But you see, the thing is as well that people can get points in the world qualifiers for making it, I think, as far as you get points for making it to the quarters.
Well,
so,
it is, I mean,
you know, and you can build your points then. And
I mean, prime example is me right hand man who's probably digging into apple pie and custard as we speak. The kid from South Africa's dropped out from the Scottish event up in November, and you go down to the next one on the PBA ranking list, and you get your points here because you get points for reaching so far in these PBA events, and he was highest on the list, so he's getting in. So
I was begging for a point today because I won a set.
You won a set. It used to be the old days. You used to get points for a set.
You did. They've changed it now.
It was very complicated.
I definitely think I should get a chuffy badge.
Chuffy badge. We'll get a badge, mate. Jill, I want a set. Bank holiday. Another bank holiday coming up. I can feel it.
Just running a wee bit quick here.
Hold on, let's get this board right. I'm just keeping my eye on the marker, 6-1. We're going into end number 6. We'll keep up to date with the other scores as we go along. I think you might have the subtitles on, Ken.
No, I did. I mentioned
Did you?
about having sherbets.
I take it back, Ken. I take it all back. You might have the subtitles anyway because she's talking.
And I am from Inverness, yes. Reason they can't find the Loch Ness Monster? Because
Yeah.
she's on the commentary.
Oh,
Do-do-do-ch, here all.
we're here all day, quite literally. Needs to run with this, Chris.
Now he needs to put some
Very
brakes on it.
close. Well played.
Yeah. Oh, he was close to get a grab of it then. Well, if he holds on to the 2, Daniel's no far away.
You swear to keep it clean. Do you want to come back on, mate? You want to come back on? Yeah? Well, your mate's on here, are we? Hey? Hey? Is that first set over?
Yes.
Yeah.
I've got my mix 4 skip watching at the minute.
Who's that then?
Mr. Lewis Rimmer.
Ah. You getting over that yet? No,
No.
you haven't, have you?
No, it's still very sore. Very sore. I've watched it back several times, hoping that the shot would change, and it just never does.
Yeah, it does.
Do you know what? Honestly, this thing about me with distances, I don't think I'm ever going to live this down. We've got Mr. XX20 Peter Grantham telling Jason that I probably think that it is near Australia.
That's a good line from Chris. Oh,
It's
he's in
good
again,
here.
that.
Yeah, fantastic.
Well played.
One down, please. Yeah, one down. How far is my short?
2 inches, 2.5 inches.
Is that one jack eye?
Jack high minus an inch.
Good work from Dan. Just missed a 5 out of ball.
Gee whiz, that was some smack on rink 5 there.
Another good line coming in from Chris here.
Oh, he's good here.
Well played.
Yeah. We're just waiting for a couple of the other ends to finish, and then we'll do a score update, I think. Not everyone's into the second set yet. Oh, it's just,
Playing that hand touch under there, Dan.
yeah.
I thought you might have went a little bit quick at it, had a little walk up and had a look at it.
Yeah, especially with it being his third bowl, because then he would have been left with another, and if he'd smacked it too hard, he's covered the respot position as well there.
He's on the line again. Oh, he's bowled another cough drop here. This will probably make Dan's mind up. My Gideon. Just quickly get me camera ready.
He's not gone as quick on it as I thought he would have.
He's playing that in, but I don't know whether he's going to get out.
Oh, he is.
It seems a bit sticks, mind you.
It's close. Oh. Has he cut it down, or is it still 4?
It's still 4, I think. Tell you what, Chris doesn't hang around, does he?
Well, he's playing an absolute screamer, so you just want to keep it moving, don't you?
Oh, aye. We'll put 3 on for starters. We might have to bump that up to 4. It's like, yeah, it's a knockout, that, isn't it? You played, we'll double it up, we'll double it up. You don't remember that, do you?
No,
I thought you wouldn't.
I did watch Bullseye.
Oh, this is what you could have won.
Yes. And what was that one? Oh, the Generation Game.
That's what we should do on there, you know. So like, get a golden ticket, print it out, and then everybody loses. You go up to them, and this is what you could have won.
I'll have many.
This is what you could have won. Let's have a look at what you could have won.
Oh, who did that one? It's close, but it's not right. Oh, was it catchphrase?
Catchphrase.
Yeah.
I've been watching that the Victoria Corin Mitchell one. Is it Connect something?
Connect?
Connect. It's on BBC 2, 8 o'clock on a Monday.
Never heard of it. Is it an old show or recent?
No, it's a new show.
Oh, right,
It's
okay.
a new show. Watch it. It's Still Connect. I think it's called Still Connect. I love it. Never
Right.
get any right, but I love it. The only thing I get right, you get the option. You get choice of taking one of the 6 times, and one's a lie, and the only thing I get right, I sit there. If she says, "I'll take the lion," please, I sit there going, "Arr." That's all I tell you to.
All right, Rory, come down. Gee whiz.
Even if I've taped it on rewind, I missed it on rewind, just take it off, missed it, rewind, lion. The missus looks at it and says, "You're stupid." I says,
You've got that down to a T, haven't you? Gee whiz.
Yeah,
Oh,
great.
well
Well
played.
done. Well played.
Yeah, well done.
That's good shot, yeah.
Jason says it was Roy Walker. I'm probably the same age as Roy Walker now.
Dinosaur?
Thanks very much. A bit harsh. Yeah. He's not bad here. Just needs to run up.
Oh, it's
Great
just
try.
pulled it up short.
Good shot. Still dancing line 1.
Hey, you can go and get his shirt on. Do you his Daniel's shirt on and do your little lion?
Oh, he's got the tiger on the front, yeah.
Gee whiz, that could be your new outfit.
That'd be small on me, that. It's unlucky.
Well, it gives him the control of the mat again, doesn't it? So,
See what he does with the
what do you think? Is he going to
jack.
pull it short?
So 4-1 to Chris. Going in N3. Remember, this is the last 32.
Nice. Made it just a wee fraction longer, but I'll let you try and figure out who all the scores are, by the way.
Right.
Looks like a minefield to me.
I'll have a crack at one. I'm approaching. Thomas Coombe took the first. No, tell a lie. I put the one round. Stephen Richardson took the first set against Thomas Coombe, and Thomas is currently 2-0 up in the second set. Gary Osmith's 7-5 up against Joey Strickland, 6 ends. Ian McIntosh is 8, whatever, I cannot say. Come back to that one. Mark Higgins took the first set against Stewie Irwin, and he's 3-0 up in the second set. Looking in the distance.
It's 8-5 on rink 4, by the way.
Anthony Booth Young took the first set against maybe. Let's have a look. Yep. And he's 9-0 up after only 3 ends.
Is that checked on it? Is it checked on it? The jack?
It touched it, but it's about 2 inches away.
And I think Chris Ritchie took the first set against Kevin Cunningham. And Ian McIntosh is 8-5 up against John Orr. Here's a great try here. Oh, cracking effort there from Chris.
He's got a difficult shot on here because if he nudges it, the jack could feather away and he'll go shot down.
Might
But
just float it down this forehand, might he?
Yeah.
See if he can
And-
catch that white ball.
Yep, or he's covering to try and see if he could split the first 2 white ones, because Chris could change his hand and try and see if he could try and get a slice of it as well.
Well, he's wide enough. All down to his PSE, you know. Has he sent it? Well, that mightn't be too bad, that actually.
Yeah, it could serve a purpose. He's going to go quick at it, but
Depends how quick Chris is going to go at this. It tends to stick off if he's playing that our side of the ring.
now, Peter. I did like you. I've had more than one shot.
Won the set.
I've won a set, and I have won shots in my other games. Thank you very much.
So what's Chris going to play here? Now, will he go really quick at it? Or is he going to play it decent?
Oh, he's gone quick.
He's going, yeah.
Just going to go, I think.
He's not very, you know, he's very close.
Oh,
Oh,
he was unlucky there.
What an effort. I think Dan might be still hanging it. Yeah, he's stuck onto it. the beauty of sets play. Lose the first set, you reset, come out second set fighting.
Don't get sick, Jason. I need you for Huntington. Gonna carry us. Looking forward to it, actually. Don't think there's any. Is there any games on next weekend? I think. Does everybody get a weekend off?
What's the date next weekend?
The 8th. Yeah, I think.
There's nothing gone, I don't think.
Yeah.
I'm sure JP will come back and confirm that there's probably a double header on.
No, I'm sure everybody gets a weekend off, and then it's you've got
15th.
Yeah.
I think the Hartlepool pairs is on the 15th.
and Huntington as well. So it's same weekend. Then you've got Solihull as well.
Solihull, we're down to Solihull. We're meant to get the rickshaw out. Great start.
Great, yeah.
Rickshaw out to Solihull. We're covering Saturday and Sunday. Not a bad reply from Dan here.
Oh, great.
Oh, well played, son.
He's just settling in a little bit better now, isn't he?
And my ball, how far past?
You watch these white balls go up, they look about a 7. They look massive.
My ball, how far is it past?
I picked
I
one
bet
up
you're about a
then,
3, are they? What size? About
Do
3.
you know what? I didn't check his size, the ball size.
Anyway, moving on.
I picked it up.
Change the subject quick, because
yeah.
whatever you say now is going to be interpreted wrong. Another great ball here from
great
Dan.
Ball, great ball.
Oh well, oh, great stuff, man.
It's one in a measure.
I've got a feeling Chris is going to address this as well.
Yeah.
He doesn't hang about.
No.
Yeah.
I'd love to know what would happen if a market actually
Said
said
no.
no.
Says, well, actually, I prefer if you didn't. The ball again. Oh, okay then. Sorry.
Yeah, it's the Senior International Series next weekend. So we can all have the weekend off.
Champion. I bet your Sunderland's away as well. I bet they played away. Great ball there from McIntosh. Oh, what's he doing? Nice.
Oh, is he up?
Trying to draw it actually. Oh, he's coming. Just needs to.
Just
I think he was hoping to
well,
beat that red ball, you know, and then he'd probably
yeah.
smash it.
he came. His ball came further than I thought it was gonna, and then it just went under the headline.
Just going back to that score on ring 4, Stewie Irwin. I did say that Mark Higgins had won the first set. Apparently somebody stuck a rogue 1 on and it's 8-8 after 6 sets in the first set. Somebody stuck a rogue 1 set marker up. Well done. Want to go steady here, son. You didn't want to catch that, mate. That's gone Pete Tong, mate. I could feel Rob behind us shaking.
That's nice. Hearing a little bit of encouragement from his mate behind us.
Yeah.
Sometimes when you play those shots, you're harder on yourself than anybody else would be, aren't you?
You've got to move on. You can't do
Yeah,
nothing about
yeah,
it now.
yeah.
You can't undo it.
No.
You just-
No. No.
all down to the line. I'll
It's
just
a bit quick.
flick it on that one. No. Just got to forget about that.
Yep, I've got it. I mean, he played two absolute screamers, didn't he? So he's got the pace. He's just got to have a deep breath. Go back on again.
Oh, it's 5-2 to Chris. Chris won the first set.
Do Mark and Stuart play the same club? No, they're different counties, aren't they?
Mark.
Higgins and Stuart. Haven't
Yeah,
played.
you're getting what's known as streaming deliriism.
Delirium.
Yeah,
Right.
because
It's Cumbria and yeah.
Stewie's Cumbria, Mark's Durham.
Well, they're quite pally.
Oh
That's it,
yeah, great start from
great
Chris
start,
again.
yeah. Oh yeah, he's from a Spatria, isn't it?
A Spatria. A Spatria. You could be right, actually.
Okay, that's your
Well,
rogue
that'll
one.
keep.
Yeah,
It's
it's,
not the worst ball in the world.
no, it's his rogue one.
I always think it's easier to take weight off your ball than it is to
Yeah, definitely.
push it on with your first. Just let you know, Stewie Owen took the first set against Mark Higgins. Unless somebody's to put a random one down again.
Tell me about it. I wish it was as easy in real life to take weight off.
I've been down that route. We spoke Slimming World, me and Davey. We've both had a crack at that before.
Well, I was,
But Dave, you'll not admit to it.
believe it or not, I was 27 stone, Richie.
Well, yeah.
7 years ago I was.
Well, they say the cameras put a couple of pound on you.
Yeah, so, yeah. Well
Oh,
played.
great ball, mate. Well done. Well, I went to Slimming World and I took off 5. I took off 5 stone at Slimming World.
Well done.
Got sciatica and put 3.5. Put
It's
it all
easy.
back on. I've
It's
took a
easy.
stone and a half off since. So
Yeah, it's easy.
I'm getting
I got
there.
down to 12 stone, but it didn't look nice. So I hit a few more.
that is the case. I mean, when I was down to me lightest, people thought I was bad. They thought I had something. I've gone right. Okay. It's catch-22, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, they don't tell you not to eat a burger when you're massive, do they? But the minute you lose too much, they pass you on. Well, he's on a track.
He's on a decent line again, you know. Needs to finish. Yeah.
Oh, it's finished in a very good
Now
place.
then done.
See, would you,
5-2.
would you-
One will make 5-3.
He's
6
got to,
going
yeah.
at the 2 ends left. Big game management here.
just needs to just let this go gently now. I don't know if he's too quick.
He's gone deep. The team's backed out there, mind you.
Oh, he doesn't want it to happen again.
He's coming down. I think he's just going to drop short.
Well, he would have been nervous on that shot either, but he's got himself back on the board. closer score to try and reach to.
So 5-3, going to N6.
That's true. Jason's saying he remembers he'd had a 5-year break and came back to play at Manchester, and I was on the green, and he'd was speaking to David Lockhart on the sidelines and said, "Oh, we've got a new lady member," and David says, "Oh, who?" He says, "Her over there," and he said, "That's Gillian."
Yeah. Well, take a good compliment, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely. Dale's asking, with the ladies' game becoming even stronger, will we see a female winner of the Open singles this year? Well, it's very possible.
I think me and Jason's tackled this subject at West End, and I think I was one of the ones that was streaming. I don't think it'll be about the next 5-10 years. And that's no, I've said it before, and it's no disrespect to the ladies' game. I just think I think it's a combination of everything. I mean, I know Catherine's done great things at Potters.
She's a phenomenal bowler, isn't she?
I just think this the current crop of the seeds that's kicking around just have that little bit different edge to the game.
Got more experience. I mean, from my point of view, I've never played sets format before, so coming here as a novice, essentially it's been difficult, because what's very evident is that you can quite easily win a set or lose a game in just 2 ends, really, because if you lose 2 big counts, but you're constantly having to watch the scoreboard to try and see what's possible and whether you're chasing a game or not, and when you start chasing it, it's difficult. So I've enjoyed it, though, I must say. It's very good, but who knows? Who knows? It's very possible.
Good line here for Dan. He's very close. Needs to be lucky with. Oh, I tell you what, he was unlucky there.
Lucky. It's wanting to play a similar shot with his next.
Gives him a bit of a shout. Needs to change this for his last ball, otherwise it's shaky hands time. As Chris won the first set.
Oh, he's got a chance here then.
So, young Dan, here we go. Need to rattle and roll it. He has. He's had a pop at it. You get a result? He's unlucky.
Lucky.
And I think that's game over. Yeah.
He's playing it.
And he doesn't need to bowl it. I don't know whether he's realised.
Let him play if he plays it, and then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Congratulations to Chris there. We're just kidding us there, mate.
You just did it. You just played like how I did.
Oh,
That, like it happens to me on the
Well
commentary.
played, well played. Well, thanks again, Gillian.
Thank you.
I'll quickly rattle through the scores as they are at the moment, so I don't leave you in limbo, although I probably will by telling you the scores. Stephen Richardson took the first set against Thomas Combe. He's currently 4-3 down in the second set. Gary Smith took the first set against Joey Strickland, and it's 1-0 to update that. It's one's a piece now, up to 2 ends. Ring 3, John O took the first set against Ian McIntosh, and it's 4-3 to John O after 5 ends. Ring 4, Stewie Irwin took the first set against Mark Higgins, and it's 3-0 to Stewie after the first end. Over in the distance, can I see who won? Looks like
Anthony had a very quick game. He's off. He's finished.
for that far side one. That what number is that? 9. Oh yes, that was Anthony Booth Young won, and the other game, Chris Ritchie 1 set up against Kevin Cunningham, and it's currently 5-3 to Kevin Cunningham, but they're measuring, so that I'm guessing as the measuring might be a 2 involved. Just hang fire to see if they're going to shake hands or if they're going into a tie break. Was only 1, so I think they're going into a tie break now. Grabe, told it was only 1. I don't know what they measured for. Right, so there you go folks, thanks for watching. We'll be back in probably about a quarter of an hour, maybe it's 20 minutes for the remaining part of the last 16.
Well, thanks for having me.
Yep, no problem, and we'll catch you in a bit. And like I always say, this has been a Wrong Bias podcast production. Thank you very much.